Blue hills of Breffni shining in the sun, scenes that I knew so long ago, when in my boyhood barefoot I would run through the fields and the woodlands. I would go down by the river. There's an old swimming hole where we laughed and played the summer days away, and home in the evening with the sun sinking low in the blue hills of Breffni, far away, far away, far away. Blue hills of Breffni, far away. Old memories burning, soon I'll be returning to my blue hills of Breffni, far away. Old thatched cottage standing by the stream, winter nights of story and of song, and the sound of the fiddle that my father used to play, and the music echoed as we sang along. Neighbors would gather round the old turf fire, and they talked about the heroes of the day. Life was all for living in the days when we were young, in the blue hills of Breffni, far away, far away, far away. Blue hills of Breffni, far away. Old memories burning, soon I'll be returning to my blue hills of Breffni, far away. I had a sweetheart, she was young and fair, and she cared not that I had no wealth or fame. We'd go walking hand in hand along the leafy lane to the old oak tree where once I carved her name. There we made our promises that we would never part, and our love would last forever and a day. But I went a roving and left my love behind in the blue hills of Breffni, far away, far away, far away. Blue hills of Breffni, far away. Old memories burning, soon I'll be returning to my blue hills of Breffni, far away. To my blue hills of Breffni, far away. Way up in the north in Old Tyrone, there's a pretty little girl I call my own. She's the sweetest rose Ireland's ever grown. And sure as the moon and stars above, I'm falling head over heels in love with a pretty little girl from Omagh in the county of Tyrone. There's cute little girls in Ulster, they're just as pretty in Monaghan. This to every roving eye is known. But I guess that I'd be out of bounds, 'cause there between the northern towns there's a pretty little girl from Omagh in the county of Tyrone. She wears my ring and tells a friend she's going to marry me. Best of all, she tells them all she's happy as can be. Oh, lucky me. Well, I don't know what you've done to me. There's nothing else my eyes can see but my pretty little girl from Omagh in the county of Tyrone. I recall the yellow dress she wore. She strolled along the shore there all alone. But I guess it was my lucky day. She came there on holiday, my pretty little girl from Omagh in the county of Tyrone. She wears my ring, tells them then she's going to marry me. Best of all, she tells them all she's happy as can be. Oh, lucky me. Well, I don't know what she done to me. There's nothing else my eyes can see. A pretty little girl from Omagh in the county of Tyrone. My pretty little girl from Omagh in the county of Tyrone.
With my suitcase in my hand and a roll-off over her coat, I hitched my way to Dublin, bought a ticket for a boat. And I made my way to London, try and find a job. I was on the dole in Ireland, and I hadn't got a bob. For my mother and my father, I didn't want to go and leave behind my many friends in the town of Lanesborough. And living in the city was the hardest part for me, because I missed that little town on the Shannon near Loughrea. It was many a Sunday after Mass with my rod and line. I walked along the rocky shore from the bridge out to Recline. And to spend the evening fishing was a joy to me, and hear the water splashing on the rocks out on Lough Cree. I came here in '59, that's a long, long time. They were working on the roadways, the subways and the mines. But I guess I can't complain, 'cause this place was good to me. But I still miss that little town on the Shannon near Lough Cree. When I came back last summer, I found a great big change. Gone was Eddie's Cinema, where the cowboys roamed the range. But still stands the Pillar Ballroom, where they used to box and train. Listen to the show bands, the singing and the playing. It was many a Sunday after Mass with my rod and line. I walked along the rocky shore from the bridge out to Recline. And to spend the evening fishing was a joy to me, and hear the water splashing on the rocks out on Lough Cree. Lanesborough's bigger now, buildings all around. I guess that I'm a stranger in that little town, but the greatest satisfaction is to walk along the shore. In the stillness of the evening, you could ask for nothing more. It was many a Sunday after Mass with my rod and line. I walked along the rocky shore from the bridge out to Recline. Then to spend the evening fishing was a joy to me, and hear the water splashing off the rocks out on Lough Cree. And hear the water splashing off the rocks out on Lough Cree.
Some folks think of Ireland as just 40 shades of green. with Blarney stones and old bog roads, and I'll take you home, Kathleen. And they sing along old Irish songs, and they hear the banshees call, but they're missing part of my land that matters most of all. There's a heart that beats in Ireland, you can hear it everywhere, in the cities and the countryside, you can feel it in the air. In the welcome hand, the parting glass, the smile from young and old, and the heart that beats in Ireland is a heart of gold. That heart is always ready to lend a helping hand when famine, flood, or trouble strikes at another land. And there always shines an Irish smile from an Irish boy or girl, and that heart that beats in Ireland beats all around the world. There's a heart that beats in Ireland, you can hear it everywhere, in the cities and the countryside, you can feel it in the air. In the welcome hand, the parting glass, the smile from young and old, and the heart that beats in Ireland is a heart of gold. Yes, the heart that beats in Ireland is a heart of gold.
Memories of Mayo that I left behind. Memories of Mayo are always on my mind.
And the curlews whisper deep in autumn glow brings me back in memory to Mayo long ago. Now your sons have left you far a foreign land. Some have sought their fortune beyond the Rio Grande. Some have gone to Boston, the Bronx or Camden Town, or to far Australia, that place of great renown.
Memories of Mayo that I left behind. Memories of Mayo are always on my mind.
And the curlews whisper deep in autumn glow brings me back in memory to Mayo long ago. I can still remember how it used to be, all alone on Achill, across from Ennisquay. Then we'd go to Westport and Claremorris too, and to old Killala, that town that Humbert knew.
Memories of Mayo that I left
stories of Mayo are always on my mind. And the curlews whisper deep in autumn glow brings me back in memory to Mayo long ago.
At Oranmore in the county Galway, one pleasant evening in the month of May, I spied a damsel, she She was fair and handsome, our beauty surely took my breath away. She wore no jewels, no costly diamonds, no paints nor powders, no, none at all. She wore a bonnet with a ribbon on it, and round her shoulder was the Galway shawl. We started walking, she started talking, till her father's cottage came into view. She said, "Come in, sir, and meet my father, and play to please him the foggy dew."
I have traveled many lands, and I still don't understand how sad you have become on my return. Your old heart is filled with care, sad and old they left you there. Your once bright eyes with sorrow softly burn. I can even sense the change in the sound of children's games. Childhood dreams of youth's ambitions have all turned to doubts and fears. It's an age of wealth, I'm told, but I've never felt so old as I recall old Dublin in my tears. All the faces that I meet as I roam each one-way street reflect the empty statements of the times.
The capital city of Ireland was founded by the Vikings, who landed on Lambay Island in 795 and from there attacked the mainland, building up a fortress to defend themselves as they attacked. This fortress in time became Dublin. Trinity College, now in central Dublin, was outside the city when built by Queen Elizabeth I. The Bank of Ireland was previously the House of Parliament. The Customs House sits on the bank of the River Liffey, Anna Livia, as the river was called by James Joyce. The Four Courts and the King's Inn, the Registry of Deeds, where the handwritten manuscripts are a source of fascination to the genealogist. Casino Marino is perhaps the most perfect building in Dublin. Its chimney pots are urns, and its columns are hollowed out to act as drain pipes.
And the prayer I said to God, dear on board the Princess Maud, that our children would restore the pride we lost. But the past they all forsake, as they're dancing at your wake, while the heart of Dublin's dying, but nobody really cares, and the fools as they pass by.
Leinster House, or Dáil Éireann, where the Irish government sits, was once the townhouse of the Fitzgeralds, the Dukes of Leinster. The National Art Gallery. Abbey Theatre. In the Phoenix Park, the President of Ireland lives in Áras an Uachtaráin. It was formerly the Vice-Regal Lodge. Dublin Castle, where the mourning crowds gathered when Lord Edward Fitzgerald lay dying in his prison cell. St. Patrick's Cathedral, where Jonathan Swift was its most famous dean. The GPO, where the final clarion call for Ireland's liberty was sounded on the 24th of April 1916. Cleary's department store is the equivalent of New York's Bloomingdale's and offers a vast collection of items that speak of Ireland's past and present.
Farewell to dear old Dublin in my tears. Farewell to dear old Dublin in my tears. Limerick, you're a lady, your Shannon waters tears of joy did flow. The beauty that's around you, I take it with me, love, where'er I go. While waking in the arms of distant waters, a new day finds me far away from home. Then Limerick, you're my lady, the one true love that I have ever known. As children, you and I spent endless days of fun, in winter snow or summer's golden sun. We fished in silver streams, the fabric of my dreams was fashioned by your loveliness, and so I have to say, Limerick, you're a lady, your Shannon waters tears of joy did flow. The beauty that's around you, I take it with me, love, where'er I go. While waking in the arms of distant waters, a new day finds me far away from home. And Limerick, you're my lady, the one true love that I have ever known. The gift that time has made to travelers on their way, seeking out the beauty of our land. A shrine where children pray and bells ring out to say, thank God we're living just to feel the freedom of each day. Limerick, you're a lady, your Shannon waters tears of joy did flow. The beauty that's around you, I take it with me, love, where'er I go. While waking that I have ever known. While waking in the arms of distant waters, a new day finds me far away from home. Then Limerick, you're my lady, the one true love that I have ever known.
Is always on my mind, and girls like one I've come to love are very hard to find. Such happiness she's brought to me like I have never known. Farewell to good life, days are past, those wild seeds I have sown. Old Flame Katie, you know who has waltzed back into town. She doesn't see things as I do and scorns the love I've found. Her eyes to shine, her lips beg mine, but someone's changed my life. There's a sweet little girl in Wexford town, she's gonna be my wife. I love my pretty little brown eyes and she waits for me. I met her down in Wexford town along the Irish Sea. Her jewel is a heart of gold she gave so lovingly. Her tempting hips, her charming lips won't change my mind for me. And friends, they say, now come on Mick, come out and have your fun. You're the life of all the party, your race is not near run. And Katie sure would love to have you showing her around. Well, good time, Kate, it's fairly well, no, you won't bring our love down. I'm heading where my heart lies, I'm going by the sea, to where that someone's waiting, to where I want to be. And on her finger I will place with love a diamond ring, and then my lips will echo these words my heart will sing. I love my pretty little brown eyes and she waits for me. I met her down in Wexford town along the Irish Sea. Her jewel is a heart of gold she gave so lovingly. Her tempting hips, her charming lips won't change my mind for me. Her tempting hips, her charming lips won't change my mind for me.
It's far away I am today from seeing Jean as a boy, and long ago the hour I know I first saw Illinois. But time nor tide nor waters wide could wean my heart away. Forever true it flies to you, my own dear Galway Bay. Oh, grey and bleak by shores and creek, the rugged rocks abound. But sweet and green the grass between that grows on Irish ground. So friendship fond, all wealth abound, and love that lives always. Bless every home beside your phone, my own dear Galway Bay. Had I used blood and hopeful mood, and a heart of fire once more. For all the gold the world might hold, I'll never leave your shore. I'd be content with whatever God sent, with neighbours old and grey, and I'd lay my bones 'neath churchyard stones beside you, Galway Bay. Blessings of a lonely man whose heart will soon be clay. It's all of heaven I ask of God upon my dying day, my soul to soar forevermore above you, Galway Bay. My soul to soar forevermore above you, Galway Bay.
Near to Banbridge town in the county Down, one morning last July, down a Boreen Green came a sweet Colleen, and she smiled as she passed me by. She looked so sweet from her two bare feet to the sheen of her nut-brown hair. Such a coaxing elf, sure I shook myself to make sure I was standing there. From Bantry Bay up to Derry Quay, and from Galway to Dublin town, no maid I've seen like the brown Colleen that I met in the county Down. As she onward sped, sure I scratched my head, and I looked with the feeling red. And I says to a passerby, who's the maid with the nut-brown hair? He smiled at me and he says he, that's the gem of Ireland's crown. It's a Rosie McCann from the banks of the Bann, she's the star of the county Down. From Bantry Bay up to Derry Quay, and from Galway to Dublin town, no maid I've seen like the brown Colleen that I met in the county Down. At the harvest fair she'll be surely there, and I'll dress in my Sunday clothes, with my shoes shone bright and my hat cocked right, for a smile with my nut-brown rose. No pipe I'll smoke, no horse I'll yoke, till my plough turns a rust-coloured brown, till a smiling bride by my own fireside sits the star of the county Down. From Bantry Bay up to Derry Quay, and from Galway to Dublin town, no maid I've seen like the brown Colleen that I met in the county Down. From Bantry Bay up to Derry Quay, and from Galway to Dublin town, no maid I've seen like the brown Colleen that I met in the county Down.
Way up in the north in Old Tyrone, there's a pretty little girl I call my own. She's the sweetest rose Ireland's ever grown. And sure as the moon and stars above, I'm falling head over heels in love with a pretty little girl from Omagh in the county of Tyrone. There's cute little girls in Ulster, they're just as pretty in Monaghan. This to every roving eye is known. But I guess that I'd be out of bounds, 'cause there between the northern towns there's a pretty little girl from Omagh in the county of Tyrone. She wears my ring and tells a friend she's going to marry me. Best of all, she tells them all she's happy as can be. Oh, lucky me. Well, I don't know what you've done to me. There's nothing else my eyes can see but a pretty little girl from Omagh in the county of Tyrone. 'Twas down in the south in old Tramore, I recall the yellow dress she wore. She strolled along the shore there all alone. But I guess it was my lucky day. She came there on holiday, my pretty little girl from Omagh in the county of Tyrone. She wears my ring, tells a friend she's going to marry me. Best of all, she tells them all she's happy as can be. Oh, lucky me. Well, I don't know what she done to me. There's nothing else my eyes can see but a pretty little girl from Omagh in the county of Tyrone. My pretty little girl from Omagh in the county